see if this thing will crank up.
Finally realizing and knowing what needed to be done to basically clean the place up, make it so it looks like a golf course. Well, how about just walking the course and pick up trash? Pick up limbs that's fallen off of trees and do things. So we've got guys that's what they do. That's all they do. The one fellow that was here earlier this morning in the red cart, he has gone from tree to tree to tree, and he's trimming underneath them, cleaning up, getting all that stuff out of there, getting the the brambles and the whatever else. That's what the guy's doing. I don't care which one you talk to. Why do you do this? They'll say, because I need to give back because of what they give to me. When I first went in the Navy in 1960, that's when I graduated high school. The way I got onto submarines, the job I did in the Navy was what the Navy called a critical job. I volunteered for submarine duty, put in a request, and had to go up our chain of command, however that worked, and got approved simply because of the critical rate that I was in. This is therapy. This is therapy for me. It's therapy for a lot of the folks up there. Just to be able to come down here and walk, just to be here is therapy.
This particular campus, the Washington campus, has been at this location since 1851 when it opened. So this is the only one of our two campuses that has been in its exact location for as long as it has. The sister campus is located in Gulfport, Mississippi. It is right on the Mississippi Sound, beachfront property. The facilities are also currently newer than the Washington campus, and that's because our former campus there was destroyed in Hurricane Katrina. One of the things that's really unique about the Armed Forces Retirement Home is every single person who lives here, the residents who are veterans and the residents who are spouses, they have all lived lives of service. They did their military service, and then they continued on and they've provided service in other ways. For me, it's an honor just to be able to do that kind of service back for them. In their entire lives, they've never stopped serving. I think it's about time that they experienced a little bit of somebody else serving them in a way.
The space here is so nice. They provide the desk and the chair. I brought this, and anybody that has access can come in and get a card, a birthday, and I make lots of Christmas cards. I give them to different contract groups and groups here at the home. You have to give back. You have to take care of yourself so you can take care of others, and anybody ever sat in one of my congregations has heard that a million times. I can't help you unless I take care of myself mentally and physically as well. But you can't be so single-focused that you miss the needs of people around you. You have to be aware. But I think what I did to protect the United States during the Cold War and afterwards is what I'm most proud of. And it's here, and it's here, and it's here, and it's in odd places that Americans have no idea what's going on in the world.
So one of the things that's really cool about these kind of continuum of care retirement communities, these senior living communities, is that you really get an intergenerational aspect to who is living here. So I'll give you an example. We have a 35-year-old is our youngest, and an 104-year-old is our oldest. So with that wide of an age range, you're also gonna see a very wide range of military experience. So we have veterans who served in World War II next to Korean War, Vietnam War, Operation Desert Storm, Panama, all the way up to the current conflicts that we're seeing with the current military. So That is quite a big range of experiences that we've got here.
There she is.
Well, this is the greatest guy AFRH has, Ray. This is
My main man.
yeah.
Armed Forces Retirement Home is just an amazing, unique, iconic place, partly because of its history, partly because of its deep roots in community, and partly because it is a community of people who have had the same lived experience at some point in their lives. Well, my father fought in the Battle of the Bulge. He was in the infantry and the Army, but it was definitely a transformative experience in his life. And as I've looked through his papers and things since he has passed away, he wrote to people in his unit for years and years and years. There was this wonderful exchange of letters and correspondence back and forth. So clearly, there was something about that experience, those several years in the Army, that really was incredibly important in his life.
I always wanted to be in the Army, ever since I was a kid. I went into the Army when I was 15, served in the Battle of the Bulge when I was 16, didn't turn 17 until 2 months after the war ended, and stayed in the Army and Air Force together 22 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were close by to us. I don't remember where they were, but I remember them being there.
Were you mostly in Belgium?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got there late, and I went in as a replacement. But that was before they entered combat. And so then we got there, and they'd taken all their tanks and left them in England because they said that you'll get new ones when we get to France.
Uh-huh.
We didn't get new ones until almost the end of the war.
Oh my goodness! But they were still working.
Yeah.
Sort of.
It started out, it was real foggy, real wet, and then it slowly started snowing, and then it would snow and snow and snow. The worst ones, I think, were the D bars, which were a thick chocolate bar. And you didn't get clean clothes very often, so you had to live with what you had of it. I was thinking about that the other day. We went 30 days without even getting a change of clothing or anything, and then all of a sudden you'd be someplace where you could get a shower. My gosh, it felt so good. Couldn't believe it.
Are you ready to walk over?
Harry, thank you for your service. Welcome back to your memorial.
I know.
3 days after you were here the last time? 'Cause I just
Harry Miller.
Harry Miller.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet
You went to
you.
Battle of the Bulge, huh?
Yes, sir.
But
740th Tank Battalion.
Tank Battalion. What part of the Battle of the Bulge?
Well, we made our name in the town of Stewmont and Leglise.
Okay.
It's in the North Shoulder.
No shoulder. Okay. You were on the north side. My father was on the south side.
Oh, yeah.
My father was in Bastogne.
Oh, God. How you doing?
World War II. Hey, thank you so much for your service, sir.
Thank you.
Everything you did led the way, so I appreciate you.
Are you Harry Miller?
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I've heard so much. The Harry Miller.
Our residents that are here don't limit themselves to only what is within the grounds, and we do offer a lot. But they also like to see how can they continue to engage with things in their regular life, still outside in the regular world.
So I joined the Air Force in 1973 and went to basic training in 1974. I graduated in 1973. And I went to Monterey, California, and where the Defense Language Institute still is, run by the Army, and did my language training there for Russian, taught by Russians, and very interesting stories. And then I had some follow-on training in San Angelo, Texas, to tell me how to use the equipment so I could listen to the Soviets doing their thing. And believe me, we were using reel-to-reel recordings. So I did my training and I got my orders, and it said, you're going to TUSLOG, TUSLOG, Detachment 94-1. And I'd asked to go to Greece. And so I asked my instructor, I said, what's TUSLOG? He said, almost in a whisper, he said, that's Turkey. And I came to love the Turkish people and the Turkish culture by being there. When we have people come to visit, they go to the Turkish restaurant with us, by the way, and I get to speak Turkish. I went into OSI, and the school was actually down here at the Forrestal building in downtown DC. But we did everything, learned to be a criminal investigator for the Air Force at the felony level. I went to language school from Lackland, to Turkish language school. From language school, oddly enough, which I should have done a different job, I was sent to be a counter-espionage case officer. It was just an adventure. It was gonna be an adventure. And I have always been a person who wanted to see what's around the next corner. So many trailblazers. Let me see where they put the computer registry. It's probably up front if it's not. Oh, there it is, sorry. So you can take a read at that. That's all sanitized.
That's one thing for sure. We'll never forget you guys.
Oh, thank you.
That's right.
Yeah, well, see, I joined the Army at 40, so I did it all backwards. I joined, I had the Army pay for my midlife crisis.
Yeah, really?
Yes.
Harry, little young man here like
Thank you for your service.
Hi there, buddy. What's your name?
Jacob.
Jacob? That's a good name for a good-looking guy like you.
Thank you.
I bet all the girls like you, huh? That's what I figured. That's what I figured. Yeah.
Do you mind if I take a picture?
Going on our website, sir. You're going to be famous.
We just wanted to say hello really fast. I'm Jeannie, John, my husband.
Both our dads were in World War II.
Both of our dads were in World War II, so I just wanted to say hello.
You get to know a lot of different people, to share their stories, and it's just wonderful. You can go to talk to different people every day. It's a lovely place. Then he got sick. After first chemo treatment, he cannot walk any longer. All kinds of PT, treatments. Then he found out this place through the friend. For me, I love it here because I downsize and my life is so simple. I don't have to cook any longer. I don't have to spend hours to clean the house. So you can come here to play golf and the bowling and the art class.
Consider your life after it looks like you're almost done with your life. There's an awful lot of life left to get out there and do. And get out there and do it.
I mean, these are women who died on active duty. If you can do it, if you can carry the load, your load, if you can shoot, if you can run, if you can do a man carry, you should be able to do the job. If you can fly a jet fighter, you can do the job. Wherever you think there's a lot of people around that might know a woman, is a woman veteran, and doesn't think that their story matters because they say, I only. I have walked through cemeteries. I have talked with cemetery directors where I've lived saying, what's your directory? Do you have any women in your veterans section? Stuff like that. And even a deceased woman's story, it does I require some research on the, internet, their obituaries, whatever it is, and to get something put in there. One of the ladies I registered, she said, oh honey, I don't remember any of that. And that's the point. Because in her 90s and 100, she doesn't remember her military story. So that means nobody is capturing it. Oh, honey, I don't remember any of that. Just broke my heart. That's why I try to get the stories told. Our passion is to register women's stories. And that includes the National Health Service, too, because they are a uniformed branch. And going back to the Revolution, if we don't tell our stories, somebody else isn't going to interpret our life, our stories. You allowing me to tell my story for TaleGate is an opportunity to tell my story, not somebody I worked with. Good, bad, or indifferent, we need to tell the stories.
And so most of us are getting old, and me being one of the youngest ones, I'm the only one left from my unit. They're all gone. And I just say, well, you know, when I'm gone, I'll probably be one of the last ones because I'm still am. And I suppose that if I don't do it, nobody will, or very few will. Because a lot of guys, they have trouble putting two sentences together when they get old. And I'm lucky that I can still do it, but God knows that they ain't gonna last forever. So if I can teach somebody something about what happened, at least they'll know and possibly pass it on to their kids or whoever. And of course, I believe that, you know, if you don't know about history, you got problems because you won't learn anything from what you don't know. But if you know what's going on in history, or what went on in history, you kind of are prepared for what's going to happen in the future.
I think the biggest challenge for me is you start to care way too much. Everything that I can give, I do. That is very difficult when you work in an environment where you know that the time with folks is finite.
Just so you know, we have about 5 more minutes before we've got to go, okay? Just so you know.
Okay.
And I'm going to hang out right over here so you know where I am.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Well, kiddos, I've got to go. Stay in school. Stay in school, get all the education you can. Okay. Don't do like I do. I had to. Don't you do it.
All of the veterans are more than just our time in service. It is their defining life experience, as it was for my father-in-law, and maybe not because they went to combat, but the camaraderie, the care, the sense of purpose, and not even necessarily the service, but you were with other people that you trusted, and you felt you could trust them with your lives, just as I did on my things that I did that were where I was armed and literally dangerous.
There's a type of language, there's types of conversations that happen here that, because the military is something that everybody has in common, it's a bond that ties everybody together. They all have something they can speak to each other about. That's something that you may not necessarily see in another senior living environment. This particular environment has a sort of reverence to it with history, with the active stories that are here, the stories you can pull out of archives of people who lived here. And I mean, just look outside the windows, like it's the most beautiful place you could possibly work. So I would say that I come to work every single day not because I necessarily have a connection to the military aspect, but I have a connection to the type of people who live here. For me, this is not just labor, it is a labor of love to continue working here all the time. I genuinely adore my job. I love seeing these residents. I love hearing their stories because it helps me be able to really make sure that I am creating a one-on-one, one-of-a-kind home for each one of these residents. For me, that's really important.
When you heard what I told you, ain't get worried, I'll be all